Well, hello and thank you for being here again today. Well, I want to give out a big shout for all of my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for people who are repeating and watching other ones. And newcomers, I'm glad you stumbled upon this channel or found it from your searching. We're here, FEFT and more, to give you English fluency tips for your English journey. Today we're concentrating on honing listening skills for English fluency. We're going to be talking about a little preposition. It's spelled OF, but said of. So we'll be getting into that soon. But first I wanted to welcome everyone to Fantastic English Fluency Tips and More with Charles. Yes, I am Charles, and so glad to be here with you again today. In our channel, we like to provide tips on many different aspects of English in daily conversation to help you with your proficiency, not in a grammatical perfection, but in more of a communicating sense of the language. English language is a global language now, and it's spoken with many inferences, many different, what would you say, not many different, well, actually what I want to say is it's spoken with very many different accents because of the many languages around the world, and that's fine. This channel is not to get you to sound exactly like a national speaker unless that's what you want to do, but it's to help you be able to understand spoken English, and yes, as much as possible, pronounce it close to the natural pronunciation. I teach American English, and it's become quite popular around the world. It's become quite a global language. Although there are many accents in many countries that their native tongue is English, it can be quite different sometimes. For example, Europe, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, other native Africa too, native speaking English countries are I don't know how many there are around the world, but there are quite a few, and they are native English-speaking countries. But because of the local languages and different dialects, it can sound quite different from place to place. So, on this channel, you'll be getting American English pronunciation tips. So let's go right on with our lesson today. This session will be about that little word. It's a cute little word, OF, of. We don't say it OF like off. We say OV type of pronunciation, or actually the O is very close to the U pronunciation, which would be and the F becomes V, which is V. So we say of. We don't say ov, we say of, or sometimes it is reduced to almost no sound. It's never deleted, but it does sound very faint sometimes. So please keep looking on and you'll see the examples of this illustrated in sentences. Okay. Well, please look at these sentences. I'll put them on the board for you. I will read them first for your listening. You can look at them and listen while I read them. This is a phrase. It's not a complete sentence, but I want to use this to illustrate the usage of and its pronunciation before consonants and before vowels. Let's practice with a consonant first. A bowl of soup, it is written, but we say a bowl of soup. You see how the F is crossed out there? A bowl of soup. We're just saying the O, which is reduced to And it is, as you see, connected with the noun bowl, a bowl of soup, a bowl of soup. And the next one is a head of lettuce, a head of lettuce, a head of lettuce. We don't pronounce the D real sharply like a d, but it's softened a bit. A head of lettuce, a head of lettuce. You see, it's all connected there. So a bowl of soup, a head of lettuce. Let's pronounce those again. A bowl of soup. You see the of becomes Don't cut it out. Keep it in there. All right. Next, a head of lettuce. A head of lettuce. All right, let's go to the next one. Look at the words here. A piece of apple pie. But we connect those, as you see. A piece of apple pie. A piece of, we don't say piece of apple pie. It'll be, So we say a piece of, here we pronounce the F more clearly, v, as V, of course. The F is written F, but it's pronounced v, v. A piece of apple, piece of apple, piece of apple, a piece of apple pie. A piece of apple pie. Of is more clearly spoken, isn't it? It's before a vowel. Now let's look here. The next sentence is a bag of onions. A bag of onions. You can run it together, but it's clearly spoken. A bag of onions. You see? Of. The O is not O, but it's of, but it is clearly spoken. It's not just an like before a consonant. Even though it's reduced a bit, it's still clearly spoken. Isn't this good for your sharpening your ear, your listening skills? Yeah, your ears are going to be pretty sharp after this. Let's go back to the consonant sound first. But this time, let's use a different sentence, or a different phrase, a different phrase for your listening. You know, these concepts hold true with no matter what the words are, but it changes when they are consonants or when they are vowels. So don't forget that. Here's one. A glass of milk. The V is deleted. The is not deleted. Please put it in there. A glass of milk. A glass of milk. Let's make that into a sentence. I'd like a glass of milk, please. You see, you could say, I'd like a glass of milk, please. It will not be a big mistake. It's just not spoken that way in everyday English. We connect it. We delete the F. Here's another one. A jar of jam. A jar of becomes a jar of jam. Do you like jam? I like blueberry or other berry jams. Jam is good. I don't eat much of it because it's a lot of sugar, but I do like berry jams. A jar of jam. Well, you could say a jar of blueberry jam. You'd still, the blue is a consonant, so you still drop the of, don't you? All right, let's go to different examples using the vowel sounds, all right? A pound of oranges. See that? A pound of oranges. The of is said clearly. It's reduced a bit, but it's still spoken clearly. A pound of. Because you're beginning the next word with a vowel. It is a vowel. You make the of more clearly spoken. You see? Yeah. A pound of oranges. And the next one would be, yum, 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 yum. Better get my napkin here. A dish of ice cream. A dish of ice cream. You say it clearly, of. The I is a long I sound. Ice cream. A dish of ice cream. What flavor of ice cream do you like? Well, as you know, as I've told you before in other preposition videos, I like chocolate. All ice cream is delicious, but chocolate is my favorite, as you might remember. Let's say that again. With the vowel sound, it's said more clearly, even though reduced. A dish of ice cream. A dish of ice cream. Oh, let's go back to the beginning. Look at the list. I'm going to say each one, and I'll give you time to repeat after me. With the consonants, a bowl of soup. A bowl of soup. Next. A head of lettuce. A head of lettuce. Now with the vowel. A piece of apple pie. A piece of apple pie. I like apple pie too. A bag of onions. You see the of is clear. A bag of onions. Next examples. A glass of milk. A glass of milk. A jar of jam. A jar of jam. With vowels. A pound of oranges. A pound of oranges. It's reduced, but it's clearly said. A dish of ice cream. A dish of ice cream. Well, these are examples using the word of. As you know, of is a word that depicts belonging to or related to. Like say, you're from a certain area. For example, I would say, I'm Charles of Asahi Hills. That's my place of residence. I'm from Asahi Hills. Charles of Asahi Hills. Or if you go to a university, you might say, I'm a student of UCLA. I'm a student of New Pals. I'm a student of something College of Beauty. You see, you belong to that institution as a student, so it shows kind of possession or belonging to, related to. So this is how we use the word, that little word, so small but yet so important, the preposition of. Okay, you know, I have other videos on prepositions, how to use them, how to say them clearly, and when to or when not to use them. So please look at the playlist and look at videos about prepositions. So glad being here, and I hope you got value from this video about the pronunciation of. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, do subscribe. And yes, give me likes. All the likes you can give, I'll just really like them. I'll be glad for them. And I would be very thankful if you turned on your notifications. And you'll get more of these tips for your listening and speaking fluency skills. Bye now. And please do take care. See you on the next one.